Hi there, Loy Machedo, speaking to you from loymachedo.com. Who's Loy Machedo? Think Personal Branding. Okay, the date is 27th October 2022. Time right now in Thailand is 6:20 in the morning. Okay, here's a billion-dollar question. Will Rishi Sunak succeed or will he fail? Now, let me put it to you this way. I am just like you. Okay, I don't know everything. Whatever it is I do know, I read online. However, what I decided is for this to come up with the answer, a proper answer, whether Rishi Sunak will fail or succeed, you have to do research. I spent the last 4 days going through every article, every video, every Wikipedia page. I checked the history, what Boris Johnson had done, what Liz Truss had done, what Rishi Sunak had done when he was the finance minister. I checked all this. Okay. I wrote down notes. And finally, after going through them again and again and again, summarizing, I have come up with 13 reasons, according to me, okay? 13 reasons why Rishi Sunak will fail, okay? Now, what I want you to do is, I will give you these 13 reasons. I will give it to you. I'll say it on this video. You tell me, among these 13 reasons, which one is false, which one is wrong. Correct me. You can correct me and tell me, no, Law, you're wrong. Okay? This point that you said is wrong. Okay? And maybe I will learn something new. However, what I want you to keep aside or out of this equation is, oh, he's Hindu. Oh, we are taking over the world. Oh, he's Indian. Oh, such a proud moment. Oh, yeah. Stop all that nonsense. So now I'll give you the 13 reasons. I'll start. You tell me if I'm right or I'm wrong. Okay, these are the 13 reasons. Reason number one. Okay, UK right now is having inflation. The inflation that UK is having is the highest in literally 40 years. Okay, literally the highest. It is unbelievable. To give you a context, India is, it seems, around 7%, and Indians are really feeling it. Life in India is bloody expensive. The petrol, basic commodities, just paying your bills. It's so difficult. Okay, India is 7%. UK is 10.1%. Just imagine that. That means you're earning big money, but you're spending also big. And that is where your purchasing power comes down. So that is number one, inflation. Okay. Point number two, the currency is weak. If your purchasing power, as it is inflation, that means goods are expensive. And on top of that, your currency is even weaker. I mean, doesn't that give rise to concern? Simple. Go to Google and check the pound in the last, let's say 1 year or whenever you want. It has been on a steady decline. Only now because Liz Truss, it went free fall. Okay, Rishi Sunak came a little back up, but it has been on the decline tremendously. Here on this island, we used to have so many British tourists, so many retirees used to come here. They're leaving one by one because even just imagine a country like Thailand where the purchasing power is so much higher. They're finding it very hard to survive because they can't live that same lifestyle. The purchasing power has come down. So point number two is the currency is weak, and the pound to a dollar is 1.13. Maybe now it's changed. Okay, so 2 points. Point number three, the recession which I told you, it has affected UK standing. Now, Moody's bond credit ratings has ranked the credit worthiness of UK. I'm reading from my points. They had rated the UK economy, or the credit rating for UK from stable. Now it is negative. The British bonds, the British government bonds, which was 4%, is now at 3.75%. So now that has declined. Point number four is not at all in his hand. The energy crisis. The energy bills were £1,277. Today it has increased 3 times. It is £3,549. 3 times. And this is not in his control. Why? Because it is all because of the Ukraine-Russia problem. And the reason why UK is not getting any support because UK is a lapdog for USA. Whatever USA says or does, UK will say, yeah, we are supporting no matter what. And now they have to pay the price. They are so dependent on oil and energy. And now winter months are coming. How is he going to control this? Tell me, how is he going to control this? Liz Truss wanted to bring the expenses down and say, okay, you'll only pay 2,500, nothing more. Rishi Sunak always wanted to increase it. Now, when you increase it, do you think it's going to be popular? Tell me one thing. If someone increases your taxes, if someone increases your expenses while not giving you anything new in life, you're getting the same old stuff, but your taxes are you going to be happy? If a normal person will not be happy, you think the people in UK, they're going to keep quiet? People in UK are very boisterous. They don't keep quiet. They will let their displeasure be known. So this is the fourth point, and especially the fourth point that he cannot control. Now, point number 5. Okay, point number 5. Double standards. Now, I told you, Rishi Sunak, if you check the Telegraph article, 30th April 2022, when Boris Johnson was in power, Rishi Sunak, as a finance minister, he raised the tax bill for couples by 5,500 pounds, British pounds. Okay. Now, he's saying, support the government, pay taxes. But he himself doesn't want to pay taxes. You know that his wife's scandal, he didn't want to pay any taxes. He tried to somehow play around with the loopholes of the system so that his wife doesn't have to pay. And he's rich. He's not poor. He's pretty rich. So a man who tries to figure out the loopholes in the system, where even though he's nearly a billionaire, he doesn't want to pay taxes. He will make sure that his wife's assets and money is protected so he can enjoy. But he will make the poor man pay taxes. Now, is this fair? Okay, so the double standards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 points I give. Sixth point. Okay, till now, tell me where I'm wrong. Sixth point. He's an elitist. What do I mean by that? Studied in Winchester, went to college with Oxford University, then completed at Stanford. His net worth is 823 million US dollars. He's the son-in-law of Narendra Murthy, who himself is worth $4.5 billion. Please tell me, what does he know of the struggle of a common man? It's like you telling me, Elon Musk, who wants to settle down in Mars, who, when he feels impulsive, he will buy Twitter for billions of dollars, who wants to travel in a rocket from one place to another, hyper faster than sound. He understands what the poor man is suffering, like you and me. He knows the struggles we face. You'll say, are you stupid? In the same way, you think this guy is stupid. Just like, you know why this guy was Shashi Tharoor never got selected as, the most popular guy to represent Congress, because the elitists, they love him, not the poor man. He can't relate to them. It's like, telling someone who never had cancer, do you know how it feels to have cancer? Yeah, I know how it feels, man. It feels terrible. Oh, I can feel the pain. He doesn't know. I'm not saying because of which he's a bad guy. He's just lived with the rich and look at it. He's impeccably dressed. He is so smart. He's so intelligent. You seriously think he can relate to the poor man? Okay. Then which point is this? Point number 7. His past record. See, they say, judge a tree by its fruits. His past records, when he was a finance minister, to keep people happy, obviously, during COVID, okay, businesses were dying, restaurants were dying. So he suggested, let's give them free cash. In the Western world, they were busy giving free cash to everyone. Oh, you're unemployed, take free cash. And US keeps printing money. For them, they don't care. Even if they are trillions of dollars in debt, free cash. Here, take cash, man, take cash. They don't have to worry. Any other country does that, they have a lot to worry. Okay. So, even UK, a lot of free cash. But there's a price to pay for everything, right? See, he did whatever he did to be popular, free cash and support. No, he must have done it to help people. But now it is coming and biting them in the ass, because you can't just give money for free. The money has to be paid back, right? Now, the government, it has to pay back all this money, right? You can't just keep giving money. And because of this, because of constantly giving free money, now that has resulted in inflation. Because the businesses are down, now recession, and the Ukraine war. All this is because of what he did. So his past record is pretty bad. And then, if you go point number 8, his own party does not support him. And why? Why? Because when he was under Boris, and Boris was, at least loved by his own party, at least, he dumped Boris. And after dumping him, he stood for re-election. So it was clearly stabbing Boris at the back, right? Now imagine if you have a party and one of your own teammates drops out, says, I'm not going to support him. And next thing you know, he's standing up for election. Wouldn't you think that, oh, he had a agenda? He's a backstabber. He's one of those weasels. And consider this. After that, Liz had all the support, not him. And then Liz got elected, not him. So he was like the last man standing. They're like, okay, now we don't have choice. Chal, we'll take you. It's like, it's like you approaching a girl and saying, I love you, I want to marry you. And she's like, let me check my options. She goes to one option, 2, 3, 4, 5. After all the guys are, oh, nobody else is left. Okay, chal, I'll take you. Now let me start dating you. What? Okay, point number 9. Tell me where I'm wrong. Huh? Until now, tell me where I'm wrong. Point number 9. His own party is not stable. Check out the Conservatives. You had David Cameron, then you had Theresa May, you had Boris Johnson, Liz Truss, and now Rishi Sunak. The Conservative Party, the popularity right now is at the lowest ever possible, 14%. Okay? So what does that show you? The public is tired. Everyone's fed up. They want a change in the government. Why do you think they're resisting elections? No, they just don't want elections because they know they will lose. So when you know you're on the decline, how the hell can you stay? They're just holding, just by a string, they're holding, it's a lifeline that they have. Then point number 10 is Rishi Sunak. We are seeing international news. We are seeing in India and all that. In UK, he's not popular at all. If you have a look at, I think, Sky News, when he was giving his first address, people were heckling, people were shouting. People don't want him. People don't like him. Now you can say, oh, those are racist people. Stop all that, okay? People just don't want him. He's not their first choice. They don't have a choice over there in selecting him. I can assure you this much. If there is an election, Rishi Sunak is not going to be the first choice. Why? Because people are fed up of all this nonsense. From Boris, all the mistakes that they made, Liz Truss, the disaster. Now Rishi Sunak. Okay, point number 11. This one is a funny one. But when you're the leader, you need to really communicate with an aura of power. You need to really have the charisma. This guy has zero charisma. I was shocked when this guy's, it's like a stone face. He's reading from the teleprompter. I will bring change. We need unity in our country. Thank you very much. And then he walks off. Here, let me put a clip. Watch the clip. This is not edited. Watch the clip and you tell me whether this guy has charisma or not. Watch it.
I will work day in, day out to deliver for the British people.
Point number 12, ensuring Brexit. Now, for most of us, we may not know what is this Brexit or what's the big deal about it. I'll make you understand. Now, before UK was a part of the European Union, I'll simplify it. So everyone would help everyone. UK, at some point under Boris, decided, okay, we don't want you. It's a liability. Get the hell out. I don't care. You guys suffer. We'll be better off. That's the only reason Boris stayed in power, because he promised the UK public, we'll get out. Brexit. So he dragged it 2 years. He got it. Until that was in question, he was in power. Once that happened, they started to dig up all the mistakes that he was making. Okay, fine. Now that they have left Brexit, why the European Union will support UK? They'll say, bugger off, we don't care. Now you're suffering, you enjoy Keep suffering. You betrayed us. We don't need you. And anyway, US is not helping them. Okay. So they betrayed. Now, what has this got to do with Rishi Sunak? Go to his website, www.readyforrishi.com, READY, ready for 4 as in number, rishi.com. Check out his 10-point agenda. In his 10-point agenda, he has rebuilding the economy, cutting basic rate of income tax by 20%, which anyway is failing, scrap VAT on energy bills, which again is failing, cutting NHS backlog. Well, I don't have much information on that, but I don't think he's going to make some miracle over there. Delivering on Brexit, that is the Ireland protocol problem. There again, how the hell are you going to fix the problem of Northern Ireland and Ireland? Are you going to put a border? Are you going to tax them? Are you going to make things more expensive? He doesn't have an answer there. Point number 5, especially to Indians who are always saying, oh, he's very good. He is against immigration. He doesn't want people coming in droves. Just like that other female, that so-called female of Indian origin, she himself doesn't want immigrants. So our Indians are not going to get free visas. They're shouting, hey, Indian, Indian. And he puts illegal immigration, but he doesn't want immigration. Okay. Point number 6 is clamping down on crime, which you cannot stop. Number 7, transforming education. Sounds very good. Point number 8 is strengthening the union, that is fixing the Northern Ireland Protocol, leveling investment in Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, which anyway, there's not going to be a solution given the number of problems they have. His point number 9 is protecting our green belt, which is another story in itself. And 10 is winning the general election, which is his primary focus. That's all he wants. Okay. So now he has stated all this. But now, shouldn't he stick to his promises? Because he will be questioned. The opposition, not only the opposition, the public is going to question, you gave us all these big promises, you made it on your website. At least deliver. Okay. And I'm pretty sure this is a very tall order. You are asking in a chaotic country where so many problems are there, how are you going to solve all this and your agenda? And last, if not the least, point number 13, the biggest one. UK went through COVID, is still recovering. UK went through Brexit. Now, no EU country wants to help them, and they're still suffering. They listened to US, and they made so many enemies. They are publicly trying to show Russia, oh, we don't care about you. Now they're facing the energy crisis. They are focusing, the politicians are focusing on short term because, midterm elections and elections, same thing what Joe Biden is doing, going and begging Saudi for oil and all that. When he was saying, oh, we will teach Mohammed bin Salman and Saudi a lesson. They have to focus on all this. And then they have the long-term issue that is, we have to get the country out of recession. We have to ensure that, inflation is controlled. We have to tax other people, which is very unpopular. How the hell is he going to do all this? Tell me, one human being, that is Rishi Sunak, how is he going to solve all this? Do you have an answer? You don't have an answer. Does he have an answer? He acts like he does, but he can't do it. And on top of that, he has to get everyone to agree with him and support him. And then he has to get the public, which public doesn't anyway care. They don't want to pay taxes. They will riot. What is happening in France? So then, do you think Rishi Sunak will succeed? Me personally, no way. Impossible. This is an impossible. If he does it, take it from me, he is the greatest leader in the world, not just UK. But given what I've stated all the way until now, 13 reasons, I can tell you this much. It is impossible because unlike, let's say, someone who has an iron grip like Modi, who can literally shake up things and, make people bend over, change the laws of the country. UK, this is not possible. People will riot on the streets. It's going to be a big, bad, ugly mess. So I give you the 13 reasons why I think Rishi Sunak is going to fail. Okay. You tell me, given these facts, all these facts, you tell me whether he will succeed, yes or no. I'd love to hear from you. Okay. Good, bad, ugly. Put down your thoughts and let's see what your expert comments are. Are we reading? You guys take care and keep feeling proud that he is Indian, even though his parents were from, Tanzania, Africa, wherever. Stupidity, Oh, first Hindu, first this, first that. Focus on this. All right. You guys take care. This is me signing off. Ciao.